That's Magdi Abdul-Hadi joining us now in the studio to discuss the Egyptian Vice President Omar Suleiman's decision to start talks with the anti-Mubarak opposition is writer and analyst Nabila Ramdani. Nabila, welcome to the BBC. Were you surprised that, one, a committee has been set up to look at the constitution, and two, that the Muslim Brotherhood entered into talks, which is with what is still essentially Mubarak's government?
Yes, the setting up of a committee to discuss the future of Mubarak regime, essentially, and the future of Egypt is surprising in the way that it's not convincing, and the Egyptians haven't yet achieved the main aim, which is to see President Mubarak step down. Now, the fact that the Muslim Brotherhood is now joining the talks is not surprising, because they're a party. It's a party which believes in the democratic process. They have certainly changed their position, but they are ready to discuss what's next for Egypt.
Are they trying, do you think, to perhaps regain the upper hand, having been somewhat quiet, sidelined even by the protests over the past couple of weeks?
You are quite right to highlight the fact that they were blamed in the first instance for the demonstrations, and they indeed kept a low profile throughout. But essentially, this is a party which is non-violent. It's not a radical group. It's certainly not Al-Qaeda. They want to play a democratic role in the future, in shaping the future of the country. And in the end, if they were to present themselves, they will have to come up with an agenda with major political and economic reforms rather than a religious agenda.
Now, there were some smaller parties and individuals actually in these meetings with the Vice President Suleiman, but there were some notable names absent, like Mr. al-Baradei, for instance. Where do these people that appear to be perhaps jostling for position right now fit into all this?
I think all of them, all the opposition groups, have very strong demands. They first of all want, first and foremost, to see President Mubarak go. They also want Parliament to be dissolved because it was elected.
But a new reality has crept in.
Absolutely. They all want as well to see a transitional unity government, and they want fair elections to be held in the future.
Nabila Ramdani, thank you very much indeed for giving us your point of view on what's happening in Egypt right now.